Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to today's explainer. Think of me as your friendly neighborhood tech guy who just hopped over the fence to help you solve a really common but honestly super annoying modern problem. Today, we're going to talk about how to access your home PC from literally anywhere in the world without having to leave the thing running all day and night. We're going to look at the networking magic that makes this possible, completely demystify the whole process, and get your home setup running smarter, not harder.
Section 1. The Remote Access Dilemma. So, picture this. You're at work, or maybe you're sitting at a coffee shop with your laptop, and you suddenly realize you desperately need a specific file. You go to use your remote desktop software, and nothing. You get that dreaded connection error. And why? Well, because your computer at home is turned off. It's just sitting there, perfectly capable of sending you the file, but it's fast asleep, and you're miles away. It's incredibly frustrating, right?
Now, the traditional solution to this is just brute force, which really begs the question, why leave your PC running 24/7? Some folks just leave it on all the time so remote desktop is always ready to go. But think about what that actually means. You're burning electricity, you're spinning those fans, and you're putting unnecessary wear and tear on your expensive components just in case you might need to grab a file while you're out. In today's world of smart tech, leaving a massive desktop rig drawing power around the clock? It just doesn't make sense for most of us. There has to be a better way.
Which brings us to Section 2, Meet the Magic Packet. Thankfully, we don't have to choose between sky-high power bills and inaccessible files. The solution is actually this clever little networking trick that's been around for quite a while now. That secret weapon? It's called Wake-on-LAN, or WOL for short. Now, I know Wake-on-LAN sounds a bit like intimidating geek speak, but I promise you, it's actually a super simple concept once you break it down. Basically, it's a standard that allows your network card to stay in this really low-power listening state even when the rest of the computer is completely shut down. Think of it like a highly specialized digital alarm clock for your PC. It just sits there listening to the network, waiting for a very specific wake-up call to kickstart the boot process. And do you want to know the best part? That specific wake-up call has literally the best name in all of networking, the Magic Packet. No joke, that is the actual technical term. The Magic Packet is a very specific, personalized network message. When your sleeping computer's network card hears this exact packet floating across the network, it recognizes its own name, triggers the power, and boots up the machine. It's like casting a digital spell that brings your computer to life from miles away. Section 3, Prepping your PC settings. Now, of course, computers don't just do this automatically out of the box. We gotta open the hood and flip a few switches to tell your PC it's actually allowed to listen for this magic packet. Don't let this intimidate you, though. As your friendly explainer, I'm going to walk you right through the foundational steps. It's really just checking a few boxes. First, you need to enable Wake-on-LAN in your computer's BIOS or UEFI. That's just that basic, usually blue, settings menu you can access right when you turn the computer on. It's not as scary as it looks, and your motherboard manual will tell you exactly where it hides. Second, you boot into Windows, open up the device manager, find your network card, right-click to Properties, go to the Advanced tab, and simply enable Wake-on-Magic Packet. Super easy. Finally, step 3, if you're on Windows 8 or 10, there's this feature called Fast Startup that can actually break Wake-on-LAN. So if it's not working for you, just pop into your power settings and disable Fast Startup. All right, moving right along to Section 4, the hard way, port forwarding. Now that your computer is eagerly listening, we have to figure out how to actually send that magic packet over the internet. And I'm going to be completely honest with you, neighbor. I want to show you the manual, old-school way first. It's a bit of a headache, but understanding the hard way makes the easy way so much sweeter. The main hurdle here is something called a subnet-directed broadcast. See, when a computer is off, it doesn't have an active IP address in the normal sense, so your router doesn't know exactly where to send the magic packet. To fix this, you literally have to forward the packet to every single device on your network using a broadcast address. This usually means changing the end of your network IP address to a specific broadcast number, like 255. You're essentially telling your router to grab a giant megaphone and shout the magic packet to the entire house, knowing that only the sleeping computer with the matching name tag will actually respond to it. To pull this off manually, you have to log into your router's configuration page and set up port forwarding using what I like to call the ultimate networking shopping list. You're going to need a third-party Wake-on-LAN tool, like one from a site called Depicus, and you have to plug in 4 specific things. The MAC address, which is basically the physical serial number of your network card, your home's public IP address, the subnet mask, and a UDP port number, which is usually port 7 or 9. And let me tell you, if you get even one single digit wrong on this shopping list, the magic spell fails and your computer stays sound asleep.
Oh, and it gets just a little bit more complicated. Your home's public IP address, it probably changes from time to time. So to ensure your magic packet always finds its way back home, you'll likely need to set up dynamic DNS on your router to give your home network a consistent domain name. Plus, some standard routers just flat out refuse to let you forward ports to that broadcast address we talked about earlier. In those cases, you might even have to install custom third-party firmware on your router, like DDWRT, just to bypass those restrictions. Like I said, this is the hard way.
But hey, Section 5, the easy way. TeamViewer, go ahead and wipe that sweat off your forehead. As your helpful tech neighbor, there is absolutely no way I'm going to leave you stranded with complicated router firmware.
Let's look at the modern, streamlined solution. There is an infinitely easier way to achieve remote access, completely bypassing all those router headaches we just talked about. The manual way is just full of friction, right? Tweaking router settings, calculating broadcast addresses, managing dynamic DNS. It's a lot. But remote access programs like TeamViewer recognize this massive headache and actually built Wake-on-LAN support directly into their software. TeamViewer is already fantastic for remote desktop access, and because it handles all the heavy lifting for you, it transforms this super complex networking process into a completely seamless experience.
Setting it up is seriously refreshingly simple. You do still need to do those 3 basic PC prep steps in your BIOS and device manager that we went over earlier, but after that, you just open up TeamViewer, navigate to Extras, click on Options, and hit the Configure button right next to Wake-on-LAN. And that's literally it. You are exactly where you need to be, and you never even had to look at your router's port forwarding screen.
What makes TeamViewer so unbelievably clever are its 2 different wake methods. The absolute best one is wake via another powered-on PC in the same network. I like to think of this as the buddy system. Let's say you have a laptop left on at home running TeamViewer, but your main work desktop is asleep. From your phone at the coffee shop, you just tell TeamViewer to wake up the desktop. TeamViewer securely talks to the laptop that's already on and tells that laptop to broadcast the magic packet locally across your house. It works flawlessly and requires 0 port forwarding on your end. Now, they do offer a public address method if you don't have any other PCs powered on, which does require a tiny bit of port forwarding, but it still keeps that magic wake-up button conveniently integrated right inside your TeamViewer app.
Which brings us to our final stop, Section 6, waking up from anywhere.
So there we have it. We've taken a real deep dive into the surprisingly fascinating world of remote power management today. By leveraging the magic packet and utilizing built-in tools like TeamViewer to just bypass all that messy network math, you can easily set up your home PC to wake up on command from anywhere in the world. You no longer have to leave your systems running 24/7 just for that what-if moment. You've got the knowledge to configure your BIOS, prep Windows, and send that personalized digital wake-up call safely and easily. So, I'll leave you with this to think about. How much power, and let's be real, how much money are you going to save this year, now that your main PC is completely at your beck and call, resting peacefully until the exact moment you need it? Thanks for hanging out and learning with me today on this explainer, and enjoy your newly empowered home network.